Alright, so this is the board. This is my GigRig board, and I finally got it complete. Just kind of give you a little tour of what's going on here. Now I'm just going to just talk about the board. Maybe later I'll do a video of how I'm using it, you know, my settings and everything. But I finally got it done, and some things I'd like to point out to you. If you're using the G3 switcher systems, big thing, and probably with any effect pedal, anything you're doing, make sure when you're mounting it that you mount it. See this corner here? Make sure you mount it either even with that, or you can go back farther. Otherwise, when you go to put your lid on, the lid likes to come in inside here. So make sure you do that. As you can see, mine is probably just a little off there. But here's the thing to think about too. So if you're using this tier, right? Think about your jacks. Okay, all your connections here. What I did is I put a jack in the last tier, one in the middle, and the one at the end here. And I kind of pushed the board, or the pedal here, switcher G3, up against that when I was putting the Velcro on. Luckily you have enough room. They designed it, they must have had that in mind. You have enough room to put these jacks in there, being able to use that. If you have anything bigger than this, you're going to be, I think you're going to be in trouble, because then it's going to push out here. And you can see, like I said, mine's just a little off. One deeper on this side somehow. But another thing is, be aware of the your side screws when you're mounting this, because there's that plate on the side. Let me show you. You can either take that off, but if you don't take it off, your side screws will touch that as you're putting your pedal down if you're doing the Velcro. That's something to think about. Again, you see here I have to lift this one up in order to open this up. Let's take that off there. Put it underneath. And hey, look, I'm no pedal board building expert. I did my best here. I was able to mount one of my pedal power X4s underneath the bottom of this. It's nice. But you can see, just be careful when you're mounting. If you're planning this out, think about if your cabling will be okay with that. And then I can just push that back down. I will say these boards, they're not as smooth as you would think they are. They rub a lot. If you can see already. Actually, mine came pretty scratched up on the sides, and that's again from these boards, and not really, you can hear it scratching against. You can see some of the metal shavings already down the bottom here. So that's just something. I'm not here to bash this board. I'm not here to bash GigRig, but I'm just letting you know my experience so far. And when I first received it, everything was kind of already scratched up. As you can see on the sides here, it was scratched up like that when I got it. On the side here, it kind of rubs off. You can see it's just build up. But so far, that's what I've experienced. I also received mine. You can see these screws here. The plating's coming off of that one. Plating was off of that one when I received it. And this isn't flush mount. I can feel the screw. It's not all the way down in. That one is. But just letting you know. Again, I'm not bashing. I'm just letting you know how I received this board. And that was like that. and there were a few scratches on the bottom plate as well, underneath. And again, that's just, it was packaged, you know, incredibly well. They did a fantastic job of packaging it. But okay, again, here's my riser. So I have it fixed up. I'm not the best at wiring stuff, but I have to manage everything from what's in the box, right? So if you got a pedal power or any of your power supplies, I have to deal with, you know, the cabling that is given to me within the box. I don't know how to cut power, these power adapters to length and stuff, so I had to be creative to try to make it as neat as I could right now. I didn't pull off or cut any of these or make these tight yet, just in case I want to make any adjustments, maybe add on to that stuff. I got a buffer here. I'm experimenting. I always use this. I really do like this Mesa Boogie. It's the stowaway buffer, but I'm experimenting between this and the buffer and the G3. Okay, so again, another thing to point out, if you have a MIDI, well, a Cinco here, like I have, the MIDI out here doesn't line up perfectly with the back hole, which would have been nice. You'd have to get maybe a cable in the side of that, or I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do that live yet. Another thing maybe I was going to ask, just come on this way, is maybe if they would put some holes, like, or a strip hole right in the bottom of this. This is the wah plate. It'd be nice to have some holes in there, just to be able to feed your wires through there. If I have to go through here, you can see that. It'd be nice if they're able to just feed them through somehow, but no big deal. Again, this is the back side of it. And when I set mine up, I'm going to close this up for you. And here it clicks in. It stays nice. But when I first did it, I had the wah and everything on the right side, traditionally. But they've always been I guess you call us the left footers, left-handers, left footers. And this pedal board was the first one that gave me the option to be able to put my wah on the left side. And so I switched it around. That's probably why I might have gotten that off just a little bit. I might fix that. But mounting the wah plate in the wall was very easy, no problems. And then I put my expression pedal up top here for now. And who knows, things might change. But overall, come over this side. Show you I have a Cinco. That's hooked up over here. And as of right now, I'm using this as my main input. And I would like to be able to get something nice if I can find something. But I can't do it on this side now because I put the GigRig on there. So I might try to do something here. But right now, that is how I'm going to keep it. Who knows, next week it could be all different. But I do want to let you know that this is the bigger one. I believe this is the biggest one they have. I wasn't able to put everything I want on here. Again, I'm going to go over the way I use it. I've got this hooked up to either I can run it in a regular amp setup, or I can go with a MIDI amp that I'm using at the moment that I really love using. But the quality, I think it's a great quality board. Is it worth the money? I think it was like $875 maybe with the case. I got the case. that's to be determined. I'm still evaluating this. I didn't get rid of my board that this replaced yet, so I'm giving this a trial. I will say, I think the top is kind of cumbersome. Again, you gotta be very careful when you're mounting your system or any boards on here, or any pedals. Make sure you keep it back a little bit farther than don't bring them up to the front of the lip, because then your lid won't fit on there. What else was there I'd like to say? I think that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I think my board right now weighs about 35 pounds like this. And it's a lot smaller than that's what I wanted. I wanted a little bit more compact board. And I believe that's what I got here. And I don't know if I can add anything else to it. Very easy to do. Oh, something I would like to point out. These rows, they put all these, circles in them like that. I would like it if it was just maybe the top one where you can run your cables into it. Because what happens, you try to Velcro your stuff, you can see it doesn't make it, half of it's not sticking well. So that's something I would probably like to see, if they would offer a board with only the row, maybe in the top. Again, this is just my experience right now, just my thoughts of as I was putting it together. You can see the same here. They don't line up perfectly, and so you have to be careful on how you put your Velcro on. And I am using the GigRig, their tape. And I think that's about it. So, all right. Have any questions? Give me a shout. I'll try to help you out if you need any help. Thanks. All right, so I've come across a problem. I just want to show you putting this lid on. Doesn't work for my system, my setup, and I want to show you. I've already scratched the front of it here. Not easy. The lid doesn't fit. So it doesn't fit on my system. You can see I'm scratching it up. I've already scratched my G3, scratched it up with the lid, and I don't know what pedal or what it is. Maybe it's this, but as you can see, it doesn't fit. See how close that is. The front on. It just doesn't fit. So I'm not sure. And it's kind of hard to troubleshoot from the inside. As you can see, it's not fitting. As you can see in the front, you can see the scratch marks that it's scratching up against the G3. So I don't think this pedal board's going to work for me. Look at it. Well, I get it on, but at the sacrifice of that. So I've already scratched it up pretty good just from trying to get the top on. I'm not sure about this, guys. Okay, it's a little finagling. I was able to do it. And this side is not all the way.